He that shall live this day and see old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors and say, tomorrow is St. Crispin. Then will he strip his sleeves, show his scars, and say, these wounds I had on St. Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot. Well, he'll remember with advantages what feats he did that day. Then shall our names be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. And this story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispin shall ne'er go by, from this day to the ending of the world. For we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother.
Now that my MGTOW Christmas video has been preempted, the valid criticism of YouTube MGTOW content. The reality is MGTOW still buckles under the weight of ideologues and showmanship to appeal to the angry. For those of us that have been through the fray, which equally dismiss such messages, are unheard by ideologues of a different ilk. Like a man, do not beg for your rights, demand them with steadfast firmness of your countenance. If you are MGTOW, take it, accept the nature and weakness of men, or the men's role in the problems we have today. All men stand together, and never apologize for being a man, behaving like a man, exercise your right, your authority as a man, forge this existence with the craft of your endowed skill and resplendent hands with dignity and the command of your will, of your character, and dictate the rules of this world, and if it exists, the one to come, with no regrets, no excuses. The smallest community of MGTOW are on YouTube, even more so of intellectual discussion, and the voice of reason is just ignored. The ignored voices of our fallen brothers, on which the MGTOW ideologues stand upon, have either been doxed and have been silenced out of pure frustration, as what they have built is being destroyed by misrepresentation, and the inmates running the asylum. This is what you, yes you ponage warriors wanted. You have now what you herald as the voice of MGTOW, the MGTOW you wanted, not what MGTOW was. You have reaped the MGTOW you created, by silencing the sensible, and criticizing the theories that you now accept as fact. And the MGTOW amongst you do not speak for fear of persecution and excommunication. Was it not enough that MGTOW was blasphemy of the narrative, and therefore being persecuted by the politically correct? You had to rob it of the message of the foremost sponsors of male liberty, profiting from those concepts without acknowledging the source or even citing the genesis of your most beloved phrases like red pill, that you co-opted after belittling, slandering, and ridiculing the community that gave them to you, is disingenuous at best. According to YouTube personalities, if you don't say all women are the enemy, or only hypergamous whores in every second sentence, then you're not MGTOW. Well, I have a surprise to you. You have MGTOWs in your discussions. You even recommend and support them, just because you don't know that they are MGTOW, who wish not to be recognized for fear of persecution and excommunication from the skeptic community. So my response is, if MGTOW was to fall tomorrow under the pressure of stupidity and disingenuous fanboys, take solace, my band of brothers, those who bleed with me today. Take solace in the fact that every time a skeptic or a male rights advocate uses the phrases red pill, hypergamy, cultural gynocentrism, or have the guts to discuss the concepts of sexual and psychological dimorphism in context, they are using MGTOW terminology, research, and observation from as far back as 2006, and the bachelors that came before them. What birthed MGTOW to become the greatest contributor to male freedom that has ever existed and will ever exist? I know the unbreakable bond and fierce loyalty that is forged in suffering and conflict. The only commentary I have on this is listen with your ears, not with your heart. See you in the new year. End communication.